What was it like directing a movie?
What was it like directing a movie?
Yeah. I know you did Smiley.
Right. It's kind of like directing a movie is like spinning a bunch of plates while people throw ninja stars at you, and and the world's falling apart. Like it's literally like you're in lava and everything's going on. No, it's crazy. It's just like everyone asks you a ton of questions like every day about every decision, and it's all about preparation and making sure you know what the story's about, what you want to get, and what to achieve. Because on a tight budget and tight schedule, you gotta achieve a lot.
So what can you tell us about the characters?
So Logan here, he plays Blake Redding, who's the son of Governor Dean Redding, and he is he's a student at this school, Vista Point High, and he's deeply in love with his girlfriend Ellie. In this world, in the future where there's overpopulation and resource depletion, the U.S. government has mandated a test that all students must take the standardized test from kindergarten to 12th grade, and the lowest scoring students are eliminated. So it's a pretty intense world, and so Logan's character Blake finds out that his love didn't make the cut, and he's doing everything he can to save her.
How did you come up with the story? Like, what was the inspiration behind it?
Well, a few years ago, it seemed like a kind of fantastical sci-fi kind of idea, and now it kind of feels like a documentary of sorts. Like it feels like the way the world's going. This is like a slightly futuristic documentary, or could be. But this kind of came out of my love of sci-fi movies and of like paranoid thrillers and conspiracy theories. I love going online and seeing the depth of people's imagination and taking some little gesture or one little word and finding that, and people building a whole narrative about the music industry or about the government or what have you. So it's fun to kind of think like that, to think outside of the box, and this kind of stemmed from that.
Yeah, so I know you made YouTube videos for like a long time, and you still work on them, but what is the main difference between working on something more short-term like that and doing like a full-on produced movie?
Well, the short-term stuff you can kind of just go off and make, you can just get some friends and some cameras and lights and just go do it. Where a movie, we have like 30 to 50 people on set, you generally need hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to make it. So, you kind of need someone to be Daddy Warbucks and sign the checks and support you, yeah. And so that process, we worked with Legendary, who, they read the script and, they really liked it and worked with us developing it and kind of fine-tuning it. And then, they ultimately were the ones who funded it and helped us realize it. So I think that's the biggest difference is, you have to work with more partners, more collaborators.
So how was it working with kind of like, he's like a YouTube star, Logan, and like tons of these short Vine videos as well.
Yes.
I believe that's where he got his start. How was it working with a guy like that, going from there to like full on film production?
Well, I got my start doing YouTube videos, doing sketch comedy and short films and things and web series. And so, I've worked with a lot of people who started online, who make the transition into more traditional acting. And so I think by the time I was working with Logan, it felt natural. It felt, because I'm a big fan of his work online. It's very different than his character.
Yeah.
So originally, he wasn't somebody that came to mind to play this, but he came in and read with us and was incredible. And you could tell that he did the homework. He really deeply cared about playing this character and bringing this character to life. And so, it wasn't really a lot that I needed to do. Like he looks perfect for the part, and he's a great actor. And so it was really just kind of finessing, fine-tuning, and just making sure there were honest moments. And it wasn't like a big sketch. It was like it's like a movie. It's very subtle. You want to hone in on.
Was there a favorite moment while you were filming the movie, like something that really, that you really took away from it?
Favorite moment. Well, we got to do a lot of action scenes in this movie, and we shot the whole thing in 18 days. It was a very, very quick shoot. And so doing a bunch of action scenes in 18 days. Like we had a stunt day where we did a pool. We had to fall into a pool. We had to get stunt doubles. We had to have them. We had to sort of safety rig a pool, have them fall 50 feet from the air into water, and just they were like doing things like that are really fun. It breaks it up. Like just doing a dialogue scene, it's there's only so many ways you can shoot that, but with action scenes you get to kind of be more creative.
Was it cool getting to use like a bigger budget to kind of like expand? Like, did you have ideas when you used to just do YouTube that you couldn't do because you didn't have like the money to put together for it?
Absolutely, yeah. We had a lot of special effects. In the movie, the school, when they take this test, goes into lockdown, and so we have these kind of metal shutters that need to come down, and so we had the budget to do these really cool special effects where people have watched it and said, "Oh, where did you shoot this movie?" And it's like, "Oh, well." That location didn't exist.
Yeah.
We created it, and so I think those are kind of limitations when you're on a very low budget. You're not able to do that kind of thing. Where a movie like this, we're able to kind of expand the scope and really make it look as big as in the movie. Cool because it's I think you can see more where San Diego is so like it's just stretches and there's crazy amount of people like. And there's like herds of people that will trample you. And I haven't had that experience here, which is nice. But the night is young. Could happen. bunch of people running over to see 11 from Stranger Things.
What other panel have you seen?
Today we just got in late last night, so I haven't been able to see a ton of panels.
How much time are you here for?
Just the day.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Did you
I
get
can't know where
No, I don't know where I am or what's going on.
You never got to check the show floor at all?
You get to walk the floor a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but I haven't had time to like go to a panel or sign in. What? Yeah. I met Stan Lee at one of the Comic Cons before. So.
It's actually his last year.
Yeah, this
here.
is his last.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. How old is he? 94 or something?
Yeah.
Cool. Bless his heart.
It's good that he made it, like that he's still doing it now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's incredible.
He's so involved with this. He still shows up in the movies.
That's
It's
really
great.
cool.
Can you imagine being 94 and
I know, right? And Myers clear as day. Like,
just talking to so many people and shaking, like getting so much love like every second. Like it's probably what keeps him going.
right.
Do you have any other productions in the works?
Well, we had another movie that came out this summer called Internet Famous that I co-wrote and directed as well. That's a mockumentary about internet stars and the egos of internet stars.
Yes.
And that's on Netflix. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a perfect production for you. 'Cause you do a lot of that.
Yeah, I know those people.
Yeah, you know those people. That's cool.
But yeah, that one has like Shane Dawson in it, and Samantha Cerny, Christian Del Grosso, Steve Green, a bunch of people.
Who are your favorite like YouTubers to work with?
Well, I love working with Shane Dawson. He's somebody I met early on, and he's very creative, very crazy, very extreme, but so driven and focused and hilarious. So we're actually working on a new short film from his book. It Gets Worse. It's going to come out in a couple months. So.
Are there any people you met through YouTube that you became really, really good friends with?
Yeah, a lot actually. Steve Green, who co-wrote this movie with me, and other, we've done a bunch of sketch comedy on Totally Sketch. He's somebody that I met doing sketches.
He used to write for Ray William Johnson, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so, he's somebody that without YouTube and this whole thing, I never would have known. And we're like best friends. I'm gonna be best man at his wedding. And that came from doing this, So dreams can come true. You can go to a wedding one day.
You guys should all do like one big travel block here.
Big travel vlog?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun. Get on
With you, Chris,
on a plane.
whoever.
Just go nuts.
I know, because he just got back from like UK tour or something.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I know. I gotta do one
yeah,
of
because
those.
I follow like everything.
I don't know why they haven't started doing VidCon here. I think
yeah,
because of the location
They
of
have
the.
a tri-state one, but I think it's maybe in DC or something.
I think that's right.
Yeah,
All right, it was really nice talking to you.
Very nice talking to you. It comes out October 12th on YouTube Red, and I hope you guys check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.